Welcome once again, disc golf fans, to the 2025 Rocket City Blast presented by Westside Disc. It is the final day. We have shifted venues back here to John Hunt Park in Huntsville, Alabama for the last 18 holes of this PDGA A-Tier. Big shout out to Infinite Disc for bringing us this coverage and making it possible. Conrad, we've seen some crazy weather conditions and crazy shooting on two different courses, so I guess we can just expect the unexpected today?
We can call it that, or we can expect to see some great play. That's what I'm expecting. We're going to crown a champion here. Let's see who we have playing on our card. First up, Grady Shue. He has made it back to our card. We're going to see him for this third round. He had a 1050 rated round two, shooting quite well in those conditions. We also have Isaiah Morgan again. He is 1023 rated second round, fighting his way to stay on the card, trying to be a champion here.
Yeah, strong showing over at Sunshine Oaks. We see Clint Calvin, San Diego-based player, a lot of talent, big arm, has all the shots and variety available to him needed to attack this course. And staying on lead card, Zach Arlinghaus, the lefty, joining us once again. Excited to see how he's going to tackle John Hunt the second time around. He's going to start things off here on hole one, par 5, 1,045 feet. Want to land somewhere just left of these grouping of trees here to make you kind of set yourself up for this mandatory on the right-hand side by that tree there. Need to miss that to the left-hand side, get you a look somewhere around here. It is eagleable if you have two very big shots. One of the easier holes on the course, although today it's playing kind of in the middle of the pack.
All right, now it's 2 o'clock tee time, the featured card of the 2025 Rocket City Blast. Leading off from Augusta, Georgia, Grady Shue.
We see on our card we don't have much separation as far as it comes to scores, so every hole is going to matter here. Every stroke will determine where you finish.
Yeah, and it's not just on this card, it's the entirety of the field. And this course has been shredded already during round one, and we've kind of got favorable scoring conditions right now. The wind is down.
Mr.
There is rain in the forecast.
Morgan.
There he goes again, tricking us.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that out. They're going to stable up for him.
It's got a little late finish to it.
Next up, Clint Calvin.
Being over on that right side where he is not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't pinch your angle off too badly, but it does cut off a significant amount of distance being that close to the mandatory, so it actually gains him probably an extra 80 feet or so being over there.
Yeah, but you still have to be in the right trajectory to beat the Mando or make the Mando and still get to the green. So we see the players are vastly different. We have that shot in on the left. We have Grady and Isaiah on the right side. Let's see where Zach goes.
Right in the middle.
All right, good luck, gentlemen. Thanks again.
Pretty prime position here for Clint. Doesn't have too much to contend with, just needs to clear the smaller trees here and put himself anywhere inside of 150 or so. Maybe 200 to the pin would be considered a win here.
Well, he puts a good move on that disc.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were talking, there really is no wind. No wind didn't affect that at all because it's not prevalent out there. Trees are just slightly moving, so there's maybe a cool breeze, but not really windy.
Yeah, it's not only the calmest conditions tournament-wise, but it's probably the calmest conditions that these guys have played in, period, in Huntsville. It was windy and rainy for a good chunk of the week leading up to this event, so this is prime for these guys right now.
Grady going with a big turnover there. Oh, wow. Did it touch the trees or did it fight all the way out? Oh, no, it got all the way out. Okay.
That puts him inside of 200. Okay.
Okay, is that disc going to be stable enough to come out, or is he...
Big Sky Annie.
Oh, wow.
He is circle 2 and not by much, just outside of C1 it looks like. Touchy little approach for Arlinghaus there, and he executes it nicely. We saw, I think, 3 players go into the back bushes on round 1 on this one?
Yep. I was just about to bring up the Homer Simpson bushes.
Just short.
How close they are to the basket.
Yeah, it's really about 15 feet past the pin or so before they really come into play. Grady fell victim to it. Looks like he's taking a little bit off this time.
Mm-hmm. Almost looks like a bullseye shot from here. We'll see when you get there. Just outside.
This is for Eagle.
Oh, wow.
Got it.
Putt. Well executed.
Great start to the round there for Isaiah Morgan, and just like that, he's jumped right up to the lead. Makes these putts feel just a little bit more tentative. Oh my goodness, and it's right on cue. That one leaks a little bit there for Zach.
Yeah. Birdie for Isaiah. Birdie for Grady. So now we have co-leaders here.
Yeah, Grady and Isaiah tied up top. Clint getting the birdie. Arlinghaus, unfortunately, going to take the par. Hole 2, straightforward shot, par 3, 390 feet. Couple of different routes to take. Really, if you're a righty, if you're a lefty, I would expect Arlinghaus to swing left of these trees here, these quad trees on the left, or go straight up the gut. The right-handed players are going to basically take this middle gap here or try to swing a hyzer around to the right-hand side, getting it to finish just inside of these smaller trees in the background of the green here that can definitely prevent you from getting a birdie if you go too far past, as we saw during round 1.
Mm-hmm. You would ideally just be wanting to land where those trees are and sliding up to the basket, and that is way off the mark there.
Yeah.
You should still be able to say par, but not all what he was expecting. Oh, wow. That's a great move on that disc.
It's such a pretty flight.
I want it, whatever it is, I want it.
I don't know if Grady went mid there or if that was fairway.
It looked like a fairway.
This is
okay, same type of move, but yeah.
Right where I was aiming, dang it.
hits the target.
Yep.
See if Zach's going up the gut or if he's going to swing a hyzer. Oh, right up the gut.
Up the gut.
Little hyzer flip. That's a
Okay.
beauty.
It is. Hopefully it didn't go too long. Oh, my goodness, no.
Just right on it.
Under the pin is not too long. That is perfect.
Yeah.
I guess he hit his head early because he knows he's going to hit it on the basket when he goes.
He's just getting it out of the way. Prepping
Yep.
himself. Good bid there for Clint. Isaiah with a long look here for the birdie.
Ooh, he was hunting.
Almost.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how these guys, so far they're attacking early on. We saw primarily the back half of the course was the one that got shredded during round 1, but these guys so far have made the adjustments on this front half. We'll see if that continues.
Well, I mean, when you come in, there's a different mentality when you're coming in the first round and you're trying to, set a pace or set a place in the field. But this is the last round. This is where all the marbles count. So you don't want to leave anything on the table.
Does it concern you how much Infinite Discs uses your likeness in their marketing?
No, not at all. First off, the Alpaca is an amazing putter.
Right.
And Alpacas don't miss. Shout out my guy Proctor. And Infinite Discs is a great company. They have like 100,000 discs in stock, so their selection and prices are incredible. So I'm not concerned about being associated with them. I'll tell you what does concern me though.
What?
The rise of AI.
Oh yeah, that's scary stuff.
AI is everywhere and also it's like so hard to tell it was real. I was not.
Welcome back to the action. Hole 3 coming your way, par 4, 770 feet. Ideally, these right-hand players are going to be attacking a turnover shot here over these smaller trees, getting something to drift back over to the right-hand side, landing somewhere around where these guys are now. That gives you the option to attack over the top with a hyzer or throw a forehand into this slightly turtleback green here. Not much rollaway potential. Not a lot of wind to kind of affect the shots either, so prime scoring conditions once again for this hole.
Yeah, the main thing is getting off the tee and not having a tree in the way of your second shot.
Yeah, round 1, Grady kind of let something fade back out a little early, ended up more left than he would like to be. This one is kind of fighting back over that way as well. And that's pretty similar to where he was last time.
I don't know if the trees are obstructing him the same as last time. It looks like he may have a little bit better game angle this time. This is where you want to be, just right in the middle.
Ideal positioning there for Zach.
But Grady also seems to be a ways up there.
Oh, I like the angle on this. Just needs to...
Ooh, it's flattening out too. Yeah.
Nicely done. Clint also putting some turn on this, drifting ever so softly to the right. Starting to pan
fights
out.
back too. All right, so we'll see whose plan is better, ours in the middle, or if Grady's being further up and having a different angle, it works out for him.
This is about as good as you can place it if you're Zach. It opens up that lefty hyzer for him.
Mm-hmm.
Is this too high?
No, just outside the circle's edge.
Okay, Grady at least will have a run up this time. Last time he had to do a standstill forehand.
Yeah. Putting out a sky hyzer, I don't think... Well, he's actually closer than I thought it was going to be from the first angle.
Yeah, just left it a little wide. Didn't quite swing all the way back over like he intended it to. This is a pyro, so overstable mid.
Yeah, Isaiah, let's go.
Man, that's money.
Mm-hmm. Clint with a similar line.
Ooh.
Yes. Getting the read from
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
A great line. I was like, yeah, kind of just a little lower. Like you throw 40 feet shorter and it'll be perfect.
Okay, Grady has a clean look at the putt here. Let's see if we can get his center going on.
Step through. That's going to be high.
Ooh.
Expecting a little bit of drop there. Had a slight tailwind. Didn't quite affect the distance. He's got a lengthy comeback as well here for the par.
Yeah. Hit off the top. That was center.
Mm-hmm. Good clean up there. Keeping him at 25 under. And for the first time this round, he will not take a birdie.
But Zach will for the first time this round.
Oh, that's a second birdie.
Oh, that is his second birdie.
Remember, he had that perfect drive on hole 2. Clint also 2 out of 3. That's Isaiah's first birdie. He's got an eagle, a par, and a birdie now. Hole 4. This is a fun one. You've got this cross-country track here playing as an out-of-bounds river essentially throughout the majority of this hole. On the left-hand side, you see the flags. It's also out of bounds on the right. 790 feet, but it's pretty much just getting chopped up into 2 hyzers for these guys, or a hyzer and a flat approach shot underneath this canopy here. Getting to this green, definitely attackable by all these guys and coming in as the 4th hardest hole, so maybe not quite so attackable today.
I think the out of bounds is what really makes this hole difficult.
This looks great for Zach. Never in any danger. Yep. Right in the middle.
Nope.
Yeah, the OB on the right of this hole is like way, way right. So you have to really kind of find it and look for it. Oh, my gosh.
That was flirting. Oh, that didn't flirt. It actually found the OB. Okay. A little bit low there. Didn't get his full flex over and hit the ground and cut OB.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake here. So this is...
Okay, you were talking about the OB being way off to the right.
Yeah, that's still safe.
Oh, okay.
It's the cross-country path even further to the right.
Oh,
that places the
okay.
OB.
Okay.
I'll be interested to see when they have AM Worlds here if they're going to tighten up this hole and make that path OB as well.
Yeah, that's what looking at it, that's what I expected. I didn't expect that there was going to be that much room over there.
Yeah. And you can see Isaiah just out of bounds. But he's got a big enough arm to be able to still manage his way to a par here if he can just get a clean second shot and put him on the green.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go over the OB to attack the green.
Swinging the hyzer around. This looks really good.
Okay.
Impressive.
I knew there was more OB on the green, but he negated all of that.
Yeah. Clint here can kind of do a backdoor hyzer, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
And if the space is over there, he's going to get the ground play. Oh. Well, okay, yeah.
There it is. It's just inside the circle. Again, a big shout out to our buddy Tom Neiman hopping on the catch cam for this one, as we were at 2 different events for this. So, and a big thank you to the club for making accommodations for us to kind of last minute be able to come out here and cover this event. That one's going to swing a little wide for Zach, and that's not exactly birdie position. They're unfortunate after that really nice drive.
Yeah. I think he may have put that just a little too high, trying to find a window to get in there.
Yeah.
Wait, Grady, we saw this shot. You threw it already. Oh, that's not the line I thought.
A little too straight.
Yeah. And that looked like that was a mid, not the fairway that he threw.
Yeah.
On hole 2.
Zach, a long bid.
Good run at it.
Off the face mask, unfortunately, Grady also going to be circle 2 here.
That step through worked.
There you go, connecting for the birdie there. Good one to get. 3 out of 4 so far for Grady. Not really letting off the gas here.
Can't afford to.
Yeah, everybody's just grabbing birdies out here. And not just on this card. We got Aiden Scott. I think 4 for 4 start for him. Not too far behind. Great par save there from Morgan.
Hey, 26, 25, 24, 23.
All right, we move on to hole 5. Again, middle of the pack in terms of difficulty. Ranked 10th, par 4, 680 feet off the tee. These guys are looking to play something right around this last scraggly tree here on your left. Your second shot then will either be an over-the-top hyzer or forehand or a turnover into this very well-protected pin here amongst these cedars. Right in there. I'm a little surprised that this one's middle of the pack. It seems like a very difficult green to access. At least it was during round 1. Maybe these guys are figuring it out.
And it seems, even the tee shot placement seems like if you're not where you want to be, it just makes the second shot that much harder. And it's not a easy tee shot from what it appears.
No, not at all. It demands accuracy and distance overall. You need to be able to push well over 400 to really give yourself a legitimate look into this green without having to overdo it.
Yeah, because that first one by Clint looked a little shorter. This right here is
it's 2 turnover.
More of what I was expecting as far as distance.
Yeah.
but also staying away from that line of trees that makes the back wall for the hole.
Again, another one that lines up really well for a lefty player here, and Zach should be able to take advantage of this. This looks great off the tee here.
Yeah.
Right by that scraggly tree.
All right, he likes it.
Yeah, is it going to hold the turn?
Yeah.
It does, right by that tree as well.
Hopefully the tree is not an obstruction for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're this far back, having that touch to get into that green, as protected as it is.
Just on the edge of that tree there. We'll see if he's going to be able to stretch out and have himself a look. Zach needs to get this getting... I like the height, yeah, because you don't want to mess around with that back wall of trees. You just want this to hyzer in.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, fantastic. And you don't even know. You just throw it from there, and you just walk up and you search.
Well, hopefully he heard it hit the ground at least, and didn't, if you don't hear anything, you can kind of assume it may have found the trees, but his hit the ground and you heard it. That right there's another great shot that he still doesn't know until he gets up there, though.
This is
not
where you want to be. He's got a very short window here. Got the nose up spinner. Yep.
Okay, came in a little hot, but worked out for him.
Catches the backstop and uses it to his advantage.
Okay, he's able to step out here, so not totally obstructed by the tree. Oh, good putt.
Super solid, yeah. I'd hug it too.
Morley field, baby. No Morley putt.
Zach making good with his birdie.
Getting him to 24 down. Grady going to have this left to get to 27.
And he's there. And last one up.
You see a star frame on this hole. That's impressive. Very, very well done. That's high-level golf right there on this hole.
That's middle of the pack difficulty. That's all it is.
In hole 6, par 4, 875 feet, third hardest hole. Distance is paramount, but so is positioning here. These two trees kind of dictate where your shot's going to end up. You need to miss either inside or outside of one or the one on the right. Swing your second shot somewhere up here near to give yourself really anything inside of 40-45 feet is considered a win. This is a tough one. At least the wind itself is kind of down, but it takes two accurate pumps to try to get a look at this one.
Yeah.
It's still not.
It took some. Go ahead.
It's still not terrible, but yeah, like you said, it definitely took some of the steam off there hitting that.
Yep. And it also gives them a different angle to have to deal with that tree. That right there looks good. Grady will need another one to get to the green.
Yeah, probably still going to have about 450 left into the green.
See, I think on the drive, you really want to get past those trees because those trees are going to provide you with a ceiling and an obstacle to have to get around. You want to just be able to really just push through to get around the other tree that's in the fairway. That one's going to hit and fall early. But he's off to the side. I don't think he has the same canopy like here would have to contend with for the second shot. Is he going to get around that tree?
Gonna get under it.
Barely. Okay.
That'll leave him a look if he wants it, but it's really more of an upshot from there.
Yeah. Well, it depends. He's back a few strokes, so he may not be able to have the luxury just to leave a shot. He may still be required to attack.
Clint gets.
Just gonna have the distance to get.
Oh.
Okay.
That'll leave him about 45-ish. So
yeah.
we talked about it. That's if you get there, that's considered a win. You've got to look.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, big wide hyzer.
Does he have that much power? Is he going for position?
Oh, he's swinging it there.
Okay. Yeah. That's a putt, especially for him.
Mm-hmm.
Grady, the closest out of the bunch.
Yeah, Grady. It's a little closer than I thought. He's inside of 450, probably closer to 400, but that's going to swing out left.
Oh, yeah. He knew it out of his hand. I thought it was looking fine, but that ground play took it out of play, basically.
Yeah.
Not out of bounds, but just left him with a much more difficult look than he wanted from that position.
Ooh. Zach making a run at it.
Mm-hmm.
Grady lining this one up like he's giving it a bid.
Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, what a putt. Nice birdie there by Clint. Just puts it up in the air, holds the line, and finds the middle of the chains and the bottom of the basket.
Oh.
Ooh. And Grady having to settle for a par after that great drive there.
Yep. Still got a couple of guys chasing him here on this card. And really we need to keep an eye on, there's really about 3 cards that are all so tight to each other at this point. And this next hole can definitely be a score separator. Hole 7, par 3, 415 feet. You see the danger looming there behind the basket. This water comes into play both left side, right side, and behind. Turtleback green here also makes it difficult. With an elevated pin, there's a lot going on here for what would routinely be a shot and distance that these guys would consider a stock shot for them.
Yeah, you can see the flag out there moving just a bit, so the wind always seems to be in play on this hole. And
Ever thrown on this hole, so I'm happy with it.
Checks up.
Inbound. That's a bird.
Gonna have a little bit tailwind putt going away from the water, so that's always a good thing. This is MD3, I believe, for Grady. That's hot.
Oh.
That's in the water. If you know Grady's bag, you know he throws multiple of that disc. He calls, and they're all named after the Golden Girls. I'm not sure if that was Dorothy or Blanche just went into the water there.
that right there is about where you want to be.
So all these guys here smelling blood in the water with a chance to get themselves at least one stroke on Grady here with a good drive. That's going to be wide and deep. But it holds on.
Okay. Just on the edge. Grady will be up first.
Trying to save the par here after going OB long.
And misses it just to the left. Tickles one chain, but not enough to hold it.
Isaiah.
Ooh, he sends it too.
Does sit down, and it does settle for him. Oh, Clint. That would have tied Grady there. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Zach.
Yeah, Zach. Let's go.
Getting him to 25. Grady's going to drop at least a stroke here to get him down to 26.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to bring Clint and Isaiah really back into the race. It also brings J.J. Calvin into the race, who is currently at 25 down on the chase card. And Aiden Scott continuing to storm through. Actually, Aiden got tripped up on this one and took the bogey.
Double sag.
Yeah, when you're at this course and there's this much competition and not that much score separation, like I said, every hole counts.
Absolutely. Moving on to hole 8, another long one. 795-foot par 4. You see the OB dotting both the left and right hand side of this fairway. Position play is going to be your highs are over to your right. And swinging back on over this fairway, then takes a 90-degree turn basically to the left before the pin moves over back slightly to your right. You got one last guardian tree kind of to beat here on your approach shot. A couple different ways to take this. We see people going inside or outside of this front tree here. Let's see what Zach's going to do.
He says, oh no, because that doesn't look like it's going to fight out, and it's going to be OB early. Well, not early.
Unless he pushes. Yeah, it's not going to push far enough to get to the other side.
Yeah, the angle that he released it on just wasn't going to let it come back. Yeah, and I find that it appears that the tee shot is the trickiest shot of this hole. Making sure that you land inbounds and still have a play. That splash may have saved him from going OB.
I think so. We're going to have to wait till he gets up there. Oh, get under it.
Oh. Let's cut down early. So birdie's out of play there, but he still can save a par.
That Emperor is turned over.
And not coming back. Is it going to...
It's going to surf all the way
goodness.
across.
It hovered across.
Wow, what a break there for Grady.
Yeah.
He threw it just bad enough to be good enough.
That poor disc.
That poor disc.
That was smacked after being so short off the drive there. Wow.
I said he didn't have a chance of getting birdie, but I may have to redact that.
Yeah, good stop there.
After that second drive.
If you saw
it's still a little muddy out there.
Yeah, if you saw the coverage of round 2, Sunshine Oaks was basically underwater. This property here drains substantially better. It's an old ball golf course. But there are still spots where it's going to be slushy and muddy and slippery.
It came out of the turn a little early for Zach. He may not have a clear look at that basket with that tree there.
See by that flag, the wind is starting to pick up here as we do have really one big storm cell slowly making its way towards this area. So conditions are going to start to gradually change over the next couple holes.
Ready through that, but that did not turn at all and just stayed straight for him. So it's going to put him out of position for making the bird there.
Clint was safe.
And making use of his good fortune there, getting onto the green. Yeah, I'm telling you, that splash saved him. If that was a dry spot of grass.
Oh, yeah, would have skipped 40 feet left. Ready again, lining one up here from distance.
Close run, but not quite locked in there.
Yeah. Isaiah with a ridiculous look here.
Ooh. Hopefully it didn't go too far.
Yeah.
See what Zach has. Oh, okay. He's a little bit more open than I thought he would be from that tree.
Just has maybe a little bit of low ceiling to deal with.
Just low.
Don't do it. Don't you punch that ground.
Which hand does he push the ground with?
He was rearing back with the right hand, but he throws righty forehand, so he needs both hands. Like, you can't punch with either. Clint getting the birdie, and all of a sudden Clint Calvin at 27. He's going to be in sole possession of first place. J.J. Campbell getting the birdie on this hole as well, getting him to 26, so that's going to tie him with Grady and Isaiah.
Basket's confusing me there for a second. I'm like, we're on hole 12? No, it's 8. It's 8.
Whoa, what is that?
Yeah. Zach, I hit a lefty chicken wing.
All right, final hole of this front 9 here. Hole 9, par 3, 325 feet. Tee shot needs to be a hyzer if you're righty, moving from right to left and missing these last couple of low-hanging branches here coming into the green. Anything past that tree there usually is going to get you some forward skip over towards the green. A little bit of hard packed ground here to help you flare towards the pin. But we've seen a lot of discs kind of hit it early right or get pushed further back and then have the long look coming back towards the pin.
Yeah. Like a good angle if it misses the lower stuff. And
one branch, dude. This hole is so close to being a decent hole without that.
The one branch got him.
Yep.
This is heading towards that branch as well. But fought through.
Oh, okay. They look like identical shots to me, but okay.
Yeah. Grady going with his Quake, the overstable mid-range, looking to push more of a driven shot and get the backside bounce, which he does.
I can't tell if he's going to have any of that tree in his way or not.
I believe he is. That tree kind of
looms
large, there. Yeah.
Well, you didn't talk about this route.
Well, he's the only one that takes it.
I didn't even see it as an option until he threw it.
Yeah. Clint wants no part of it.
Yep. And Zach, again, if he's thinking about the score, he has to run it at least.
Oh!
Good bid. Off
really
the top,
was.
hopefully didn't go too far away. If anything, I thought he would have hit like too low, not too high. Oh, Grady have to get down on a knee.
I don't know. Every time I see Grady down on a knee like this, he just seems like he does that. I don't know if he practices these like in his backyard or at his local course, but him and Gannon Burr.
He has forever luck with it because that's how he proposed to Paige was on the knee. So like he hit that one out the park. So now he hits all of them out the park.
Nice, well done.
I don't know what Gannon's secret is though. I don't know.
Gannon's secret was that he broke his ankle or something, and he had to walk around on like a crutch or something. So he just practiced putting from a knee. Because you don't stop.
Like Gannon.
Yeah, you don't stop disc golfing just because you break your leg, obviously.
Obviously. Taking a look here at the scores, really still tight. Again, we're talking about our car, but we're going to take a look at the full field through 9 holes. And J.J. Campbell, he's on hole 12th, and he has taken the outright lead here at 31 under as we reach the 9th hole. So we're halfway through. He's a few cars ahead of us, so now it looks like our card is chasing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Ethan Bishop also in the mix. Aiden Scott out there lighting the course on fire. So much going on right now throughout the entirety of this field. It's a lot of fun and hectic things just happening left and right. But we got to come back and check out the final 9 holes here from the Rocket City Blast. It's been so much fun. 9 more holes left on the part of the course that's easier and more tackable. So let's see how these guys are going to play it. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you come on back.